Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Sunday, about 5 o'clock. About 30 minutes, the St. Louis Blues will take the ice and defend their Stanley Cup championship that they secured last year. I wrote a drivel about the opening night of this season and the banner, and I thought it was appropriate that maybe I could pull it out and get everybody jazzed up maybe for the game. Hopefully you'll be watching. But here it goes. I wrote this in October, in the morning. Hence the reason I said good morning in the drivel. I was able to come across a crisp October weekend without a soccer game on the calendar and nary a responsibility to attend to, so away I scurried down to the computer for another edition of the drivel. The temperature has enticed me to put on a robe, but it hasn't given way to the humming sound of a lawnmower doing its due diligence. This piece is actually a continuation, an addendum to the one I wrote earlier about the Blues and the Stanley Cup experience. And actually the last video I did, I spoke about that. The journey and the quest for the Cup was an amazing story all to itself, but the way in which this team shared the championship with the city and their fans was nothing short of remarkable. I'm certainly not privy to how other teams had gone about their celebrations, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this one didn't have to take a back seat to any of them. From under the arch to from the dream exceeding parade down Market Street and the culminating rally under the arch to a tour that the Cup made during the summer, the Blues and the organization shared every moment with the people. The people that were there for them from the beginning, family, coaches, their immediate and closest friends, their hometown. But they included so many others as well. Stanley and the boys visited hospitals, amateur hockey teams, shelters, local and not so local watering holes, private and not so private parties, schools, donut shops, countless others, and yes, even cemeteries. So last Wednesday evening, as the 2019-2020 season began, it was time for one last party. Opening night, featuring our St. Louis Blues on national television, complete with, yes, say it out loud, the Stanley Cup banner raising ceremony. Once again, the event did not disappoint. A rally that started in the afternoon with the blue carpet arrival of the players, one more chance to reach out to the fans of St. Louis, slap hands, be seen, be real, be thankful. Bands were playing, food grilling, beer flowing, a good old-fashioned barn burner. Once inside, the building was filled with more electric anticipation than Ben Franklin's kite. The horn sounded its blast to bring the players out for the pregame warm-up, and I'm certain that I saw at least 4 grown-ups pee their pants. That was just for the warm-up. With the teams back in the locker room and the 19,000 of us nestled all snuggled in our seats, the anticipation was nearly impalpable. The last-minute preparations were interrupted only by Tom Calhoun, the public address announcer, as he started to introduce the Blues staff, coaches, management, and the owners. Then one by one, the players were introduced in numerical order, each one of them appearing from the tunnel passing by the cup that was shrouded in a sort of veiled blue shadow, as to not give up its true identity just yet. With each introduction, the applause was longer and louder until there was only one player left to be introduced. And in quotes, Tom Calhoun says, "The first player in the Blues uniform to ever raise the Stanley Cup. Your captain, number 27, Alex Pietrangelo," as he would say. Sorry, Tom. There he was, skating the freaking Stanley Cup around the rink. Our rink this time. In our city, in front of our fans. The sound of that building may have finally surpassed that of the old barn on Oakland Avenue, and with it may have sent some of the ghosts of playoffs past packing that may have followed us here. Young people shrieked and giggled, many of us veterans gasped and wept. All of us looked in wide-eyed amazement as the cup was passed from player to player for its brief tour around the icy stage. But the encore, that moment, that glorious moment had arrived. With the players standing arm in arm in a semicircle around that banner, it was raised to the rafters. With some sort of dramatic music being played, the camera captured the faces of all the players as they watched with their own wide-eyed amazement. I certainly had my own myriad of thoughts and feelings, as did thousands of others as we all watched the scene together. But the players that lived this whole experience, although they made a very public celebration, they had so many private thoughts and experiences that we will never know. What was going through their minds as they stood amidst all this? How could they now go and play a freaking hockey game? So the banner completed its ascent to its home in the rafters, more cheers erupted, and then Gloria gets played one more time. I can almost hear Dan Kelly again, as his booming voice would say, the Enterprise Center in St. Louis is in a bedlam. A footnote to this addendum: I was able to attend this event only by the grace and thoughtfulness of a couple of the kindest, big-hearted people that I've ever met. And not to embarrass them, I'll keep their identity secret, but you can call them Bob and Lori for the sake of the story. Their impact on my life is probably blog-worthy in itself. The long and short of it was that he had some extra tickets he couldn't get rid of, and he called me to see if I could go. I really didn't have the money to go, but at 10 o'clock the night before, he emailed the tickets to me saying, I don't want these tickets to go to waste, and I don't know anyone in this world that would mean more to. Take your dad or Trevor. Insert the overwhelming Bitmoji for this amazingly generous offer. So not only did I get to experience this, I got to do it with my old section with my son Trevor standing giddily right beside me, as my dad wasn't able to go. And oh yeah, my oldest daughter Erin, who grew up going to the games with her dad, was there with her boyfriend 2 sections over. This event alone was incredible, and I tried to capture it with words above, but there are really no words to describe the emotions that were added to it by being there with Erin and Trevor. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Cheers. Watch the guys. I got a great feeling. I hope they're excited as we are to get hockey started. And probably in about now 20 minutes, we're gonna take the ice. It should be exciting, huh? Hey, let's go Blues one more time. See ya.